Welcome to the deanvonmusic podcast show, streaming live from Las Vegas, Nevada. Get ready for a powerhouse episode featuring one of the fastest rising heavy metal progressive bands from the Northeast. They are called Livesay. Welcome to the deanvonmusic podcast show. How's everyone out there doing tonight? Okay, so I got the band waiting in the green room. I told them, I'll try to treat them good back there. I got a waitress back there serving them drinks. And we got the whole band with us tonight. I think Ronnie might join us later, but he's had a little emergency he had to go out on. But I have the whole band waiting in the green room right now. So I'm going to bring them in one at a time. Where are they at? Let's bring them all in at the same time. Welcome to the show. How are you guys doing?
Great.
Great to be back.
Oh my God. That last interview was awesome. That we had such a fun time.
It was yesterday, wasn't it?
It was yesterday. Bobby was on there, and Greg.
Yeah.
I heard the new album, guys. It's fantastic. You're doing some good stuff. And,
Thank you very much.
Thank you
very much.
And I'll tell you, I've been watching. Yeah. What's that?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I was going to say congratulations to you on your 100th show. That's awesome.
Thank you very much. It's 100 episodes, man. It just seems like it's forever. Thank you for that. 100 episodes. Holy shit, man. So for the audience tonight, we're going to have a wonderful show tonight. We're going to be taking some call-ins. You can call into the show and talk to Livesay. And we got almost the whole band, 90% of the band's here tonight. And we're going to be taking some phone calls. We got the chat is filling up right now, guys, as we speak. I'll be relaying the chat into you guys if anyone has a question. And I just want to introduce the band right now. We got Greg Livesay, the founder of Livesay and the guitar player. He's up in the my top left. Welcome to the show, Greg.
Thank you for having us, Dean. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. And we got Rob Esposito on bass guitar. How's it going, Rob? Go ahead and turn on your mic, Rob. Let me ask you to unmute real quick. Work out some of the little stuff here. No big deal. All right.
There we go.
There you go.
Rob, welcome to the show, Rob. Welcome. And we got
to be here.
Mark Ethier on keyboards. This is our second time around, Mark. How you doing?
Great. Thanks.
You look good, man. You look good.
Thanks.
And the one and only Bob. Do I pronounce it Macedo?
Masadi.
Masadi. I don't know what I'm reading. I don't know what I'm reading.
Man.
We got Bob Masadi on the drums tonight, and we got the whole band with us. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. I know you guys have busy lives, busy schedule, and I just wanted to get you guys all on the show tonight.
Good to be here.
Thank you.
It down a little
Thanks.
bit. Absolutely.
Dean, you look fabulous.
I'm growing my hair, Greg. Last time you saw me.
I noticed. That's the first thing. I was like, wow, his hair is a lot longer than last time. Yeah, it looks good.
Taking those hormone growth pills, and
Right, whatever does it.
Man. Yeah. But I used to have long hair, and I decided to grow it a little bit so I can keep up with you guys.
Hey, why not?
But you guys look awesome. I got a chance to review some of your new stuff. I had to kind of wipe the slate clean on Greg's Livesay's the old band because I had all the old bio stuff and everything. So I'm on the website tonight. So excuse me for trying to catch up with what you guys are doing now. And I think the changes have been unbelievable. You kind of hinted at it last time, Greg, when I was we were doing an interview, and you kind of hinted to me. I can't really talk about it right now, but things are in the works. And I'm guessing it was the Ronnie Monroe coming aboard and the rest of the guys.
Yeah, it was. Ronnie and I talked about working several times before it actually happened, and then the opportunity presented itself when Mike left, our old singer Mike Gill, and you know, we hit it off, and we wrote some great stuff. So I just wanted to make sure that everything was going to be concrete before I announced anything, you know.
Well, that's always smart, right? You don't want to release anything if it's not ready to go yet. But wow, unbelievable, man! And I'm so glad you still have Mark Ethier on keyboards. You got Bobby over there on drums. He's a hell of a drummer.
Oh, thank you.
I mean,
Thank
I've been listening to the new stuff, man. You just wail back there, bro. You are so tight.
Having fun.
Oh yeah, and you're with look at the band you're with, bro. I mean,
yeah, it's amazing.
Got to pinch yourself, right? Once
these
in a while.
these guys are amazing to work with. Let me tell you, and the addition of Ronnie is just it's incredible. It's given us a lot of depth, and he came just at the right time. Greg wrote some fantastic songs that he's brought a lot of depth and breadth to. So I think it was the right decision. I think he thinks the same. He's really excited to be in the band.
I didn't know Ronnie that well before I started listening to him, and oh my God, he brought me back to like Deep Purple, like when Rainbow was out.
Yeah.
And he just had that sound, that scratchy, perfect tone, grit, you know, that grit, and that's missing from a lot of great rock and roll singers.
It's grit.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, it's I just love it, man. Right?
Grit and soul.
Rob, I'm talking to you now on the bass guitar. Tell me a little bit about, you know, how this band came. How did you even meet Greg? Did you know him before, and how'd you get in the band?
A little before. We have a lot of mutual friends, and we run into each other, and always a gentleman, nothing short of that.
Absolutely.
And then all of a sudden, you know, back in 2023, I think it was 2023, was our, you know, first chance to work together, and here we are now. You know,
I think it's pretty awesome. Did you play with anyone? Who'd you play with before?
I played with people from I have a whole history of I can't believe I did it myself. It really comes down to that.
Yeah,
it's like, oh
yeah.
wow. So, you know, it's like
Yeah.
I've been lucky to, you know, be, you know, working with certain people at certain points in my life and everything.
Absolutely.
And like, it's like this situation right here is like, I'm 26 years old all over again. And the same exact thing happened, you know, where a game changer came in, and it's like, oh my God, I'm back to, okay. And the difference is that a lot more of the right things are happening now than back then, even though those were fantastic to go through, and I wouldn't change it for anything.
It's funny how we land, right? We land on our feet.
Mhm.
We're like cats. We're
Right.
like cats in rock and roll, man. We fall off the stairway or the balcony. We land on our feet, and we've been doing this such a long time. And the connections we have in the music business are, you know, as we get older. I'm not saying that we're a bunch of old guys, but you know, Greg. And, you know, I'm sure he brought you in, and here you got these fantastic musicians you're playing with.
Oh yeah.
It comes from experience, you know?
It's like working with people that are making, you know, like theater, like rock music, metal. You put it all, mash it all together, and, you know, or film score, like, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the way he approaches it with his sound and his interests or his feels, and you know, that's pretty much where, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna bounce around. I'll get you guys one-on-one just to get a little bit of your personal history. And I know you guys have done a ton in the music business. In fact, I was looking over at Greg's EPK and his bio, and I'm like, oh man, I can't talk about all this. We'll be here for 4 hours. But
Yeah.
but I wanted to really touch on the new band mostly. Okay, guys, we're gonna kind of stay current. I could go back in time, back to 1996, Darkest Hour, Wake and the Giant, 2010, Frozen Hell, 2016, Chronicles in 2019, and now their last one, Scars, in 2023. Now we're catching up here. Livesay. Sorry, I did that last time. Sorry, Greg. Livesay is a veteran of the big stage opening up for you guys. Opened up for pretty much everyone, and also headlined, I'm guessing. Greg, talk a little bit about your experience, and then we'll move right into the new band. Just kind of give me a feel for and your decision to change the lineup. If you can give me a little rundown on that.
As far as the band goes, I started this band a long time ago, actually. I've gone through a lot of personnel changes, like any other band that's been around for a long time. Sometimes some people left because they had to due to a life change. Other times they decided they didn't want to do it anymore. And other people, for one reason or another, we had to let go. This current lineup that came about, a little bit of tragedy. We lost our keyboard player, Mark Zito, who was a great guy, very talented musician, passed away suddenly. And we acquired Mark through basic auditions. He was the second guy to come down. I knew within 30 seconds. I said, he's the guy. Bobby was brought in by Mark Zito prior to his death. I think we played one time with Bobby. We gave him the job, and then Mark passed away. So Mark basically knew Bobby. Mark was also responsible for getting Rob. I'm a New York, Westchester guy. I'm not really, my territory was the tri-state area. I played New York, Queens, New Jersey, Long Island, all that, Manhattan, whatever. I didn't know much about Connecticut. I moved up here, but I didn't know a lot of the musicians. Over time, I've met them, but I didn't play with a lot of people up here. So I relied on contacts that I made to find people. So, but I was blessed that this happened very quickly. It really did. Finding Bobby and Mark and Rob was really a blessing for me.
Well, did you know Ronnie Monroe before you decided to bring him into the band?
I did know of Ronnie, yes. I knew of Ronnie with Metal Church. I had a friend of mine, an old friend, another guitar player who actually did a project with Ronnie. I think it was an album for Frontiers. And I remember how excited he was saying, I got the, singer from Metal Church. He's with, he's been with him for 5 years. He's going to do a record with me, Ronnie Monroe. So I listened to Ronnie's stuff, and it just blew me away. Never thinking that someday I would get the opportunity to work with him myself, But you don't pass those kind of opportunities up when they're in the face.
No, it's a small world. The music business is really a small world.
Yeah.
And when all the talent gets together, we know who we are. We know who each other is. And we hope someday I'd love to play with that guy or that guy. And I kind of know what you're saying about that. I got to play with some great musicians when I was lead singer for Danger. And I wouldn't change anything. The people I've played with have been some of the best musicians for what I was doing. I'm not a guitar, like an YNGWIE MALMSTEEN or a Greg Livesay. And I got to tell you, you are that good. I mean, you are. When I was listening to that video, that solo you did on Unknown Soldier, and when you come into that, a lot of times it's just kind of mundane. The guitar player comes in, plays the lead solo, and then he's out. And then the singer comes back in and does a verse, bridge, or a chorus, right? When you play, and then you got this progressive stuff going on with Bobby on the drums and back, and it changes into this time change, right? It goes into this like half tempo thing, and then you start flying on the freaking guitar. I'm telling you, it's so clean, man.
Oh, thank you.
I just love the way you bring it up, and it's so clean. It's not, every note you're playing, I can hear, and I just think it sounds awesome. And it was the highlight of the video for me. And then of course Ronnie comes in singing. I'm like, this is bitching. This is bitching.
Yeah, he killed it. They all did. They all did. I mean, it's just everything in that song just fell into place perfectly. I think, really, it's just one of those like a lightning struck for that.
Oh my God! And you got such the perfect band. Mark Ethier on keyboards. He's just back there, just laying it down.
He's the
padding out,
professor.
padding out. He's the professor.
Yeah, the
He's the
professor.
professor. Yep.
And Rob is wailing on the bass. I caught him, and then Bobby.
Gilligan.
He starts the song. Rob, you know how many people have commented about the bass line at the beginning of that song? They love it.
Oh my God. You know,
Yeah.
I'm listening to it going, well, who was it? I was watching Sleaze. Was it Sleaze Radio or whatever that guy is?
Oh yeah.
He did an interview with you guys, and he's like playing the bass. He's like, "Oh, that's
Yeah. Oh yeah.
nice."
The guy from England who was reviewing the song. Yeah, he totally dug that.
He's just like, "Oh, it sounds bitchin', man."
Yeah.
Oh, and there's like a little bit of a grit sound, a little bit of a grit going on.
Yeah.
And then it just breaks loose, which I love.
That's sauce.
Which I love. I want to play that video before it gets we get too far into the show.
Sure.
And before we start taking call-ins, I want to play the video so people get an idea what you're all about. And I'll cue it up here while we're talking here. Bobby, how was what's your experience with that, with the new band? Tell me.
So look, I've played in some bands that are really super, super tight. And I've never been in a band that everybody was a timekeeper. From Rob's bass to Greg's, we're all syncopated together. We drive the crap out of the band. And
Right.
I think you can hear that energy. It feels good when we're playing.
So you're pretty happy about the new band, I'm guessing.
I'm really excited. I think it's where it needs to be. It's really, really exciting right now. So, and we're just itching. We've been doing so much production now over the summer that we're ready to hit the road and play
Yesterday.
live. Yeah, yesterday. Thanks.
Have you guys done any gigs out yet or anything out yet?
They are our AOR lady, Holly Rocks. I don't know if you know Holly. Yeah,
I know Holly very well.
Yeah, she has. She called me actually a couple of weeks ago and said that they have an active booking agency now. So we're going to start. Yeah,
I know it's a little early for me to even say that. You guys just got together. Do you feel that you'll be ready to hit a tour in the next 3 to 6 months?
Yeah, absolutely.
We could do it. I mean, we actually went out and we did play. And then, we did, a complete set. It was great.
Oh, okay.
And, then
really good response.
Change.
I can imagine you guys are gonna launch fast. I see this band launching very fast. With what I've heard so far, and you got something new coming out, which I kind of teased the audience with a little bit. And I know you kind of gave me that as that's like a little diamond in the rough. My 100th episode, I get to announce your new song tonight.
Yeah.
And we're just going to give them a little teaser. I know you said the video is going to drop on that song.
Yeah, the video is going to drop. We're actually talking about releasing it on Halloween.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And you'll understand that when you see it because of where it was shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everyone be looking out for it. I'm not going to even tell you the name of the song yet until we get into the calls. Okay. I've got the video queued up right now, guys. If you don't mind, if I can play it for the audience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. I've got permission from Greg. So I want you to crank the shit out of this song, people. Now, if you got a good stereo, you're driving down your car, you got your phone, whatever. I want you to crank the shit out of this song because it just sounds, the bass, you're going to hear it. I'm not even going to talk. I'm not even going to say anything. Okay. Let me cue it up real quick. Mark Ethier is on the edge of his seat right now. Don't talk too much, Mark. I see you over there.
Mark should be playing the piano in the background,
Oh my God!
Like while we're playing, while we're talking.
All right, here we go.
Be on one of those romance novels.
awesome. Pretty awesome.
I want to push some credits out to the video companies, Wild Thorn Productions in New Hampshire. Amazing. Sergio and Jessica and their team did an amazing job with this video and the one that's coming up.
Well, that's a little shout out there. They did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby, was it fun doing the video, guys?
Oh, it was a blast. It was a day. It was just amazing.
It was
anytime
hot.
you get to play, and I got to play, I think I played that song. It had to be 24, 30 times. I don't know how many times. But it was fun every single time.
You guys, you definitely got the sound. You know, the sound quality is amazing. And the video, what a great story. The unknown soldier. And the guy is out there and he's fighting the battlefield and he's being attacked and he whips out the knife at the end. And that's kind of where like, oh shit, man, shit's going down.
It's real.
It's a great story. It's getting real. And, you know, you see all these movies and stories. I just love watching war movies and stuff, you know.
Oh yeah.
And I watch all of them. And that video was just it's got all the elements. It's got all the components.
That's Ronnie's story. That's all Ronnie. When I had the conversation with him on the phone, when I called him about working together, I said that I have songs in the studio that have been recorded. I need a vocalist. Would you be interested in working? And he said, yes. He said, send me the songs. And then he asked me, do you have a title for them? And I said, no. He said, do you have any lyrics? And I said, no. And he said, okay, no problem. I'll get back to you in 3 or 4 days. I'll have some samples for you. And he called me and he said, I have this great idea, because his brother did 3 tours in Afghanistan.
Wow.
Okay. And came home and, you know, went through a tough time like a lot of these guys do.
Right.
And Ronnie wrote about that. That's what, you know, I had the music done, but Ronnie's vocals and his lyrics really did so much for
I can't believe he did that in just a couple days.
Just a couple of days. That's a professional.
Yeah.
You know, I handed him a blank canvas and he just did it.
Well, that's the league. That's the league you're in, Greg. You're in the league of professionals.
They've all done that. All these guys have done that. Rob, I gave him the song.
Yeah.
He said, no problem. All of them, Mark, Bobby, all of them. For the first time in my life, you know, with a couple of exceptions from my past, these guys, I haven't had to do much of anything except say, here you go, paint your picture. That's what it's about, right?
It really is. And when you have a drummer like Bobby back there, and he can set the atmosphere, right? I mean, when you go into that cut time, Bob, during that song, I'm a drummer, so I feel everything you guys are doing. I'm a musician.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when I play keyboards, I play drum, but I'm in the music. I'm listening to the drums going, wow, who came up with that? You go into a cut time, Greg takes off on another solo, and I see a key change there, I think. There's
right.
In a cut time, and it's progressive, but it's not. That's right. It's not out of control.
Right. It allows you to create and paint the story. And
and then it comes back in with Ronnie's vocals. I mean, it's just phenomenal.
It's amazing.
I can't give you a better review. I mean, you know, I think it's phenomenal. And
so Greg's just a kind of a shout out to Greg on his writing, because he comes basically with the full package. He'll give us a good recording, and the recording's good enough in his home studio that we can actually use that as a scratch track to start with the drums, and we build from the drums and pull everybody in one at a time, using those scratch tracks and dropping the different tracks, the drum track out first, the bass out, and then the keyboards and so forth, and then we've got a song. And then,
well, thanks for enlightening me on, because my next question was what's your songwriting process?
Or process,
And you kind of
starts
gave
with
me that.
Greg. Starts with Greg. Greg writes. Greg's like Jimmy Page or Paul McCartney or Pete Townsend, where he has an idea of what he wants to do. He scores something.
Yeah,
you know, he doesn't just put together. And who doesn't love 3 chords in the truth? Everybody does.
Right.
But, you know,
that's so true.
No, he's like, I'm gonna go movie score. So no, he likes John Williams and you know you know, other composers like that, and scoring music and everything, and it's theater like, and it rocks obviously, and you put all of those elements together and you can paint and layer. And he takes that sort of approach. And then, you know, when it comes time for the solo, which is everybody's favorite part of the song and everything, and it's like he has a beginning, and to the big picture, it's a beginning, middle, end. The solo from start to finish, it has a beginning, a middle, and end. He does all of these things. It's purposeful and everything. And he brings it to everybody, and then they, you know, they work it up, they make their contributions, and tighten up the loose ends. But it all starts with Greg.
So he doesn't just come into the studio and say, I have a riff, guys. Like you hear these stories before. Like, well, you know, you come in, I have a riff, and everyone's like, well, fuck, where's the song?
No.
I've been there. That's why I said that. I've been there. Guitar player, I wrote a song, guys. Well, lay it out for me. Well, it's 3 chords, it's a riff. You guys got to do the rest. So you're saying that Greg brings in a little bit more than the 3-chord riff.
Yeah.
Well, he does, but we've also jammed out riffs and things like that before. But it's like, you know, you know, why would you shed on, you know, something like that? We'll do that for a minute, you know, everything for, you know, to keep it short. But it's like, oh, wow, look at this big, really cool Mozart, like Beethoven, like score. And then you got the mad doctor over there on the keyboard, so he'll tell you whatever. He could sit there and just whip it out Mark like Ethier. Mozart and go, oh, it's like this. There you go.
You know, speaking of Mark, I want to talk to Mark just for a minute. Ethier, give me a little bit of rundown when you got into music, and where are you originally from? I'm just curious.
I got into music when I was 4. Piano lessons.
4? At
4, yeah.
Were you playing heavy metal on the piano, or?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, no, tell me, just give me like a quick rundown. You started playing, have you always been a keyboard player?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I play guitar too, but that's, you know, that's
you stay in your own lane. You stay in your lane.
Yeah. You know, yeah.
He's got a hell of a voice too, by the way.
And I got to tell you, I looked at your equipment. You're playing a Korg. I have 2 Korgs sitting here. I have the Korg 01W FD Korg, and I think that's the one Phil Collins plays. But I noticed you're playing, and I have a lot of musicians that watch the show. So tell me a little bit about, you know, and what you've done in music, and then is this one of your favorite projects you've done?
Absolutely, hands down. Yeah. Yeah. Right. You know, the stuff Greg comes up with, it just feels like a good comfortable pair of shoes. Just fits right. You know, they fit right in. You know.
That's a good one. That's a good analogy. And Greg's such a humble guy. Now, is that just on screen, guys, or is he really that humble?
No, he's a humble guy.
He's a humble guy.
He's a humble guy.
His feet are on the ground.
You know, it's hard to find in the music world. You know, I was talking to Carlos Cavazzo, and when he was in Quiet Riot, he said Kevin and the drummer, fuck the drummer, they were just so hard to get along with. And he said it became so impossible. He had to quit Quiet Riot, and it was what's the drummer's name? I keep forgetting.
Frankie Benelli.
Frankie Benelli. That's right. Kevin. He said Frankie and Benelli were ruthless, man. Their egos went so far out of control, man, and he couldn't even get along with it. And you know, I look at Carlos, the same demeanor as Greg, kind of when I'm talking to them.
That's
on
an interesting way to put some things. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you're talking to Carlos,
a little bit,
he's so down to earth, and he's just talking from the heart. You know, he's not trying to make up any crazy stories. And when I'm talking to Greg, I feel the same way. And all you guys. And I just love doing an interview with a band like that. Thanks, you know, it's not out of control, man. And you
just know what I want to do. I know what I want to do, and I've always known what I wanted to do. I've been a very driven person my whole life, and you know, a lot of times I'll get with great musicians, but maybe they haven't been in a project like this, and I'll bring something down and they might say, well, I don't know if I can do that. And I always try and push them to say, yes, you can do that. Because that's the way you have to lead people. You have to be an optimist, you know, and say, yeah, you can do this. Let's work on it together. I always try and push them to do a little bit more than what they think they can do.
Well, and you're in a business where you have to be over the top. You have to, your confidence level has to be way over the top.
They have it. Yeah, they have it. Each one of these musicians has it. I mean, Mark is a genius. His gear, if you saw his new setup now, he could probably, if he leaves music, God forbid, he could probably do the next space mission, whatever it is that he's got. Bobby's got incredible ideas on the drums. Rob, this song that I have that we brought tonight, the new one, he totally revamped the bass line. Just said, "Hey, I'm doing this, that." I mean, they're just the creativeness in these guys is amazing. And that's what I feed off of. So
usually what happens in those situations, though, just to rectify, is it's like, hey, can we try something out here, and it either works or it doesn't,
Well, sometimes you got to throw it on the wall and see if it sticks, right?
Yes. Yeah.
You can't just go, I'm not sure about that. I don't think we should do that. You throw it on the wall and it sticks. You go, hey, that sounded pretty good. Otherwise, it would never have happened.
Right.
Right.
It sounds to me like you guys just come in the studio and start, hey, let's try this. And everybody jumps on it. And you have such talent behind you, such collaboration behind you. And everybody's on the same page. You don't have one guy sitting out there going, well, no, man, I don't like that. That sucks.
No, you got more everybody just making sure what's going on is purposeful and doing something for the song. Yeah, exactly. Nobody's thinking of themselves.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at.
It all starts with a strong foundation. The great foundation. That's what Greg brings in.
I think it's freaking awesome, you guys, and your music it shows in the music. It shows in the teamwork. That video, I think I saw a pre-production on the video, or you guys were doing something. I can't remember, but you guys put that together pretty quick, Greg, because I talked to you not too long ago, and we did that interview not too long ago, and with the old band, and that had to happen pretty quick. How long did that video and the song take from beginning to end to put together?
The song I probably wrote, I'd say I wrote that song. It probably took me 3 weeks to write it.
Okay.
Because I constantly revisit stuff. I second guess myself. Sure. I change things, and tweak it. These guys will confirm that, how many times I've sent them, here's a mix, here's a mix, here's a mix. I'll do it a dozen times before I get a final. As far as the video goes, we shot that in one day.
Wow.
Up in New Hampshire with the same company. Yeah, Wildthorn Productions. And we went to an indoor studio and did that. It was their studio in like an older factory building.
Nice.
And and we shot it there. And it was pretty much an all-day thing, but it was a great experience. But then it's all the CGI that's in that they did, the battle scenes and all. They hired an actor. That kid is that guy in there is an actor who was portraying the soldier. Yeah, we were doing that. They shoot a narrative separately. Okay. They went on location in the woods and shot a narrative. Then they shot us, and they compile everything together.
Very cool. Very cool.
They make they make it run very smooth.
Yes, they are pros. And I have to say, there's one person that I have to thank for even me being able to use Wildthorn with Sergio and Jessica, and her name is PJ Bennett, and it's a lady that I'm friends with on Facebook. And I remember I put out a post asking if anybody knew of any good video production companies, and she's the one that recommended them to me. So I owe her a lot for that.
Well, shout out. Give her a shout out.
Yeah, shout out to PJ. Yeah.
PJ. Well, sometimes it takes a team, it takes a village,
Yes.
You got to have your people in place. And I always talk about that. I'm a songwriter. I have my studio here, but I lack getting it out, master it. And I need people, you got to have people.
Oh, we're going to talk about that. Don't worry.
I'm going to be talking.
We got people too. And we're going to have our people meet your people.
Yeah, we need some people. I got some people.
And then you're going to be very happy.
I'm talking about.
So,
hey.
Another plug is Nikki Belmore at
Dexter's Lab.
Goodness.
Dexter's
Lab.
Okay.
And
Southern
Connecticut.
Greg, send me the links, and I can help promote their businesses as well. I'll put them in the podcast show.
I will do that.
He's all
Appreciate
over the place.
You'll
definitely.
But I'll help out. I'll put it in the show so they can click on the link and go check it out.
Sure.
And now I want to take call-ins tonight. I want to let, and I always tell people, don't call in too early. Last week, this guy called in. I actually thought he was in the band. And I hear this voice. I go, where's that voice coming from? He goes, well, I wanted to win the coffee cup. And I go, yeah, but you called in at the same time the show started. So I want to do a proper call-in tonight. When I announce, it's called Talk to the Band. And I just want people to call in. I'm going to show the screen real quick. Now, I don't know, did you guys get the phone numbers when I sent them out?
I think I did.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a whole list of them.
Okay. So there's numbers from all over the world, Finland, Brazil, all over the world. We're in about 105 countries when we release this podcast show. And and it gets out there. I got hits all over the place, Finland, Brazil, all over. But I want people to, some people aren't watching, they're listening. And so I'm going to tell them the phone number to call in and talk to Livesay. It's country code 1, area code 669-444-9171 in the USA. Area code 669-444-9171 in the USA. Secret code to get in is 702-927-2226. 702-927-2226. Sound like I'm selling a car. So call into the show and talk to the band one-on-one. Any questions you have, anything goes on the show, guys. And it's an opportunity to ask Livesay about what they're doing, what's coming up, and some of the questions I'm asking, and maybe you have questions I won't ask. So it's always nice to hear from the fans and from the friends and the people that know you guys. And you all have individual music careers as well. Rob, Mark, and Bobby, and Greg, you guys have been around the block. So you've done a lot of stuff, you have a lot of fans, probably around the world, I'm guessing, that know who you are and want to know what you're doing now. And that's what's great about the podcast show. I'm kind of bringing it all together today. This is what Greg Livesay is doing now with a brand new band with Ronnie Monroe on vocals, which is phenomenal. And I want to get into also, while we're waiting for call-ins, we just got a call-in. The area code out there, guys, in case you recognize it, is 859. You want to bring them in, guys?
Yeah.
Oh. Here we go. Welcome to the Dean Von Music podcast show. You're talking with Livesay. Who do we have on the phone?
You have Eric. I waited long enough this time.
Hi, Eric. You're on the phone with Livesay. Ask him anything you want, brother.
All right. So I have been listening to your music since the other day. I'm sorry I have not heard of you guys until I heard of you through Dean Von Music. And it made me want to check you guys out. And the song that I heard was The Unknown Soldier. You guys played the video earlier. I want to ask your inspirations, because I hear a lot of Queensryche, Dream Theater, and Iron Maiden, and just some original stuff. I don't mean to compare you guys to other bands, but it's kind of hard not to compare when you're listening to music. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
What? Go ahead.
Yeah, no, you were asking about writing inspirations.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, as it was mentioned before, I listen to a lot of classical composers, as far as, orchestration. But the band that I'm really into right now, and you probably heard of them, is Sleep Token. And
I have heard of them.
Yeah. To me, they're incredible. And just to listen to what they're doing as far as their orchestrations go and how they structure their music, chord changes, things like that. I listen to all kinds of different music for inspiration. I don't necessarily listen to metal music, although I do love Pagan's Mind. I do like Symphony X a lot. Any of the severe progressive bands, I really, really love, So as far as Iron Maiden goes, I've seen them. I wouldn't cite them as an actual influence on me, but I think they're great. And I go back a long ways. So even some Deep Purple and, MALMSTEEN and all that kind of stuff.
That's awesome. Like when I said Iron Maiden, I meant kind of vocally, like off of the Matter of Life and Death album. I hear a lot of kind of, it's like I said, I don't mean to compare people to other musicians, but with the vocals on this song, I kind of hear a little bit of Bruce off the Matter of Life and Death album, but I won't keep comparing you to them. Sorry.
That's okay. You know, it's funny because what people really don't realize is some of the hooks that are developed in a band are done, you know, they're inspired by others. You know, we all grow up listening to certain things, and all of these bands have been influences, and all the bands that you've mentioned have been influences to many of us. So it's not a surprise. These things pop out, and it's, you know, it's what gives you the goosebumps.
It's in your DNA. It kind of passes through your, you know, system.
That's right.
You should probably
reinterpret.
You should probably know that the singer, Ronnie Monroe, was the lead singer for Metal Church for 5 years, you know, and he was with the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Ronnie's been around. I mean, he's been on a lot of different projects, and he's one of the most recognized metal vocalists out there. He's got a whole career on his own aside from just with us. So, but he's a very powerful singer, phenomenal voice. He's got that metal grit, and he's got a great range, and his writing, his emotion, his delivery, everything. He's just the whole package.
Yeah.
Grit and soul.
I'm surprised, Eric, you didn't go back to like Rainbow and Black Sabbath. He's got some of that old school vocals, man. You know, you say Iron Maiden, but he's a little bit deeper than that. He's got that old class.
Yeah, no, when you mentioned Metal Church, man, I'm a huge fan of Metal Church back in the 80s. I'm 43. I sound younger than what I really am. But speaking of old school, I like to collect records. Do you guys have vinyl anywhere?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
Greg does.
Yep.
We actually talked about the EP and doing vinyl on the EP. We'll see what happens.
Bobby, it's not, you just click a button, man. You can have
That's right.
Tomorrow.
That's right.
Well, I'll be following you guys, so whenever your vinyl hits, I'm gonna buy it because I like your music. Like I said, I just heard of you 2 days ago, and I'm sorry for that. But
there's nothing to be sorry about that, bro. You know, after 2 days, you have an impact, and you're interested in enough to call in it. You know, the pleasure's all ours. But thanks for appreciating it.
Yeah.
And on a side note there, Ronnie did 4 records with Metal Church. I suggest you go check them out because they're all holy smokes.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Eric, go check him out. By the way, I think I know Eric. He's with a record company or a promotional company.
Yeah. I run Self-Made Records, but I didn't want to say that because I'm not here to promote myself. I'm here to talk to the band.
Thanks, man.
Cool. Okay.
That's all good. We're all fans, man.
Yeah.
I'll hand him your number, Eric. And you won the coffee mug tonight, by the way.
I was gonna ask.
I want another mug. Yes. I'm gonna have a collection of mugs now.
Oh my God.
What kind of coffee do you drink? What kind of coffee? I prefer a good dark roast myself.
That's awesome.
All right, you won the coffee mug, Eric.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Eric.
Thanks, Eric.
You guys have a good one.
Hey, thanks for calling in. Let's get Coley Gang off there. Hey, I was going to give him a little cheer on the way out, but I love Eric. He called in last week. He's been listening to the show. So you guys got a new fan out there. That's pretty cool. You know, and there's probably tens of thousands of people that listen, but don't chime in. They don't log in. And you can watch the show from afar. And my stats are I'm up to about 160,000 people are watching the show.
Wow, amazing!
I just wish they would all subscribe. I got 90% viewer rate, and they're not subscribed, and the other 10% are subscribed and they don't watch. So I don't know.
It's one click.
It's one click, man. So subscribe to the show, people. So, you know, you're reminded. It just pops up on your screen, and, you know, either I got Greg or someone else coming on. But it's you know, you got to support. Everyone has to. If you like what you're hearing or seeing, you got to support it. And when you hear Greg Livesay and his band out there, and they got a new album out, click on the button, share, subscribe on the website, give them your email address so they can send you the new information. It's just every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. And it's
Dean, we've got from the time Unknown Soldier was released, we've gained at least 2,500 to almost 3,000 subscribers.
Wow.
So people are interested.
Wow. That's really good. That's
really humbling.
Yeah. That is awesome. In today's environment, with all the music people can listen to, they're listening to you guys.
Yep. Video's getting a lot of attention.
Yeah. The YouTube video?
Yeah, and everybody digs the song. Everybody I shared it with, all the guitar players, they're like, "Oh my God, I like the guitar player." Da da da, and we'll talk about that. Handsome. Everybody. Oh, but I hear so much. That's the first thing any guitar player that I share it with, they said that they're like, "What a great sound, great this, great that, great,"
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying, man.
They're like, "Hey, I wasn't expecting, and holy smoke."
Well, Greg's pretty phenomenal.
I'm just trying to be short.
Yeah, you guys have a brand new song that's going to be coming out off your new EP. I'm going to have Greg kind of preface. I'm going to play a little cut off it, and we can all just kind of listen to it to get an idea of what's coming out. But Greg, do you want to talk a little bit about that song coming out on the new EP, and is it already out, or is there a release date?
The EP, we're pretty confident that it should be out by the end of November.
Okay.
This song is off the EP, and we also videoed. We did a full production video for this song as well that I spoke about before. That has not dropped yet. That'll be a discussion between us and YNGWIE, but I am suggesting that they do it for Halloween, as I said, because of where we filmed it, how it was filmed. It was filmed at night. There is a story involved with it. There's a narrative. There's a few extras in it. So it's can I say the title of it, or?
It's up to you. It's your song.
Yeah, the song is titled "Take It to the Grave," but it's a story. Again, Ronnie's the full lyricist on that. It was his idea. And what he's talking about is somebody who confronts their inner demons and solves all their issues before they finally leave this life. Yeah.
That is pretty fucking cool. I want to listen to it. I want to play it for the audience. Is it okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, everybody. Like I said, crank it up. We do have a caller that is waiting online. So, caller, please be patient. We're going to play a little music right now. We'll come back and grab you when we're done. This is a song called "Take It to the Grave" by Greg Livesay's band, Livesay. Let's play it for you guys.
Oh, I've stumbled through the halls of time. I've had my head up for no reason or no rhyme. I don't know where my next footsteps will imprint. Future wide open, no reason to repent. Oh, I've been searching, always high and low. your resilience from the past.
Holy shit. It's amazing. That song's got everything. It's got everything in it. It's got the progression. It's got the time change. It's got the vocals, the clean guitar. You know, I'm looking at the chat room. You know who's on there? Somebody I interviewed. David Schenkel is on chat tonight.
Oh, Dave. Yeah, he's
David
great.
Schenkel. What are you doing, brother? Call into the show, will you?
Dave is one of the nicest guys. I met Dave in Chicago. Ben was doing a festival out there back in, I guess it was 2016, I think. And Dave came up to me after our set and was talking to me about, you know, guitars. And of course, I knew who he was immediately. I was like, oh my God, man, I can't believe it. He's like a legend. And talk about a monster guitar player.
Man of War, right?
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. But such a matter of fact, it was so funny because the hotel we were staying at, he ended up, I figured, okay, I met him and I won't see him again, you know, but then he comes back to the hotel and we had a huge party on the balcony at like 3:30 in the morning and he was right there with all of us. It was pretty funny.
Is he a party animal, that guy?
Yeah,
David?
oh, it was great. It was great. Yeah, it was good.
David sent me some hot sauce the other day. He's got hot sauce out there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that shit is fucking, my mouth caught on fire. I ate that shit.
Yeah.
Fucking David, you caught my mouth on fire. God damn.
He's great. He's great.
He is great. He's on the chat tonight, and I think he said hi and all that shit. But David, call into the show. Say hi to your friends. And that song is just incredible. And I know you told me you prefaced the song. You have a video dropping on that song, Take It to the Grave. When can people expect to see that video, or do you know?
I'm thinking it's gonna be Halloween.
Okay, Halloween. Okay.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. I think that would be cool.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Yeah. Hey, we got a caller coming in, guys. They want to talk to you guys. We have another caller. Let me bring them in. You ready? Here we
go.
Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. And welcome to the Dean Von Music Podcast Show. Turn down your background music. And who do we have?
Well, it's your favorite A&R/buddy. It's Holly.
Hey, Holly.
Oh my God, my number's on the screen. Don't show that.
I just went to gallery. You shouldn't be seeing it now.
Okay, good.
I got to go in
God
gallery
knows
mode.
who will call me out.
Gallery mode covers your phone number. I don't know why Zoom does that, but you should be hit.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
I'm actually calling. Of course, I love these guys. They are my second favorite band, and you know who my first favorite band is. But these
already
guys
know.
kick ass. And I was asked, where in Westchester, Greg, did you grow up?
I grew up in a small town, Eastchester, New York. I was born and
Eastchester.
raised there. Eastchester, New York. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, well, she's a Italian by injection, if you catch my drift. And her in-law family is from Westchester.
Yeah, I grew up in the Eastchester, Scarsdale area. That's where I'm from. Yep.
Okay. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Okay, guys, that song, the new song, which this is the first time I've heard it, it gave me the chills. You kick ass. I'm so impressed. And I'll make damn sure it drops on Halloween for you. But I have one request.
Sure.
I want to see Mark. Is it Ethier or Ethier, Mark?
Ethier is fine. Thanks.
Oh, for the Americans? Okay. I would love to see you smile.
Yeah.
I got him to
Come
smile
on, you can
once.
do it. Come on, he can do it.
Mark,
Okay, he's gonna do it for me.
There it is.
Solving world problems.
He's writing the next song. Leave him alone.
He's writing the next.
And yeah, see, Rob's laughing, but anyway, the keyboards were killer in that. It almost sounded like an orchestra. So I really, really loved it. And you guys all are great. And that's all I have to say. So I'll give you back to Dean.
Well,
Thanks,
thanks, Holly,
Holly.
for calling in.
Thanks
Thank
for
you very
calling
much.
in.
I think
You're
we're going
welcome.
camp.
I had to chime in.
Hey, Holly, are we
Huh?
going? Holly, are we going camping next week? I think we're going camping.
We'll talk about it. Okay. I know they
Right.
have monster mosquitoes up there.
Okay, never mind.
Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Hey, Holly, thanks
Bye,
for calling
Holly.
in. Thanks for calling in, Holly. That was Holly, the A&R rep for YNGWIE Records. Yay. She is the hardest working A&R rep this side of the West Coast.
She's a great lady. Can't
She
say
is.
enough about Holly. She's fantastic, really.
She really is. Yeah.
Yep.
And
a
she's the
sweetheart.
reason. She's the reason I got to meet Greg and bring him on the show twice now. Thank you, Greg.
Thank you.
And I'm just so glad that he came on the show. And I told Holly, it's my 100th episode. Who can I get on the show? And she says, Greg has a new album coming out. Why don't you put him on there so you can showcase his new stuff? I go, that's perfect. And then there was all these ideas, bring on all the favorite acts of all the whole season. I go, no, that's too much work. I'm bringing Greg on. That's it. And so that's enough.
Keep paid. I'm easy.
And you guys look, by the way, I have to tell you guys, the photo session, you guys had some new pictures taken and all that. And I got to say, that picture behind me, where's that? There it is. You guys just look so rock star-ish, so professional, and I've been, again.
Once again, Sergio.
Sergio.
Yeah.
Sergio
Sergio's the man.
Yep. He
You
is
see
the
that-
man. He is
Sergio and company.
They're the team. Yep.
In the
They're
video
very
production.
effective.
You got a good team, Greg. You got a good team.
They did the photo shoot for us before we actually started doing the video, so that's why we don't look messed up yet. Yeah.
I want to
Once we
see,
started filming, it got messy, but
and I don't want to have to wipe out your background again, delete your bio. I want to keep this band.
No.
Let's keep this band together for a while, Greg.
Yeah.
Come on.
Listen, I haven't gone anywhere.
I know.
Yeah.
But you got Ronnie. I wish he was here tonight. I really wanted to talk to Ronnie Monroe because he's done so much vocally. A Trans-Siberian Orchestra, I believe he was in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Principal singer.
Yeah, I didn't really see much of that, but you can maybe touch base on that for him. A Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and then Metal Church. And I've never. Tell me, Greg, just give me a little rundown on Ronnie's career with Metal Church and Siberian Orchestra.
Well, I know that he did 4 albums with them, with Metal Church. He did the Wacken Festival. There's video of him, him being over in Europe doing that in front of, I don't know if there was like 70,000 people there that he was performing in front of.
Wow.
Huh? Yeah, it was huge. And I mean, Ronnie's been all over the world. You know, he's toured everywhere. And Trans-Siberian, we were just talking about that today. I was on the phone with him. He was playing the role of Satan, actually.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And there is video of him. If you look him up with Trans-Siberian, you'll see him. And he comes out. You know, Ronnie's got a great image. If you just look at the picture of us and look at him, he's got like the ultimate foreboding image. You know, he's very tall. He's got dark hair. I remember when we were doing this last video shoot at night, you know, and then he was, because you have to get into your character when you're doing the narrative.
Right.
And he was, you know, walking through this very creepy set. And I was like, man, I don't think I want to run into him in the dark. I didn't know who he was, you know. He's just got a great presence.
He's
very theatrical.
Very deliberate. When he sings, he shows his power.
That picture right there, that one of him when he's reaching out.
Yep.
That's when he gets it. You know, outside of that, he's a regular guy. But once he gets on the football field, he's all business.
It's over. It's over.
Yeah, he's all business.
You know, and I think that the whole band has that attitude, that confidence. And like I said earlier, you got to have that. Being in your business is very difficult. It's very tough. And if you don't go on stage with 150%, that you're just going to go out there and kick ass. And today, people want to see that. You know, we came out of the whole COVID, you know, a lot of concerts got canceled. A lot of bands kind of disappeared, and some survived. And you guys are the survivors of that whole mess, right? And even Las Vegas, I'm out here in Las Vegas, and a lot of the clubs are finally opening up. And a lot of the stages are still closed, believe it or not. I went into a stage the other day. I go, why is the stage blacked out? And they go, we haven't had bands since COVID. I go, come on, man. I go, open up the stage, because I wanted to put together a band and, you know, play at local clubs down here. And Vegas is hurting right now, man. That really hurt Vegas.
Wow. I was there in July.
Were you?
I was out there I was out in Vegas in July. I had a blast. It was great. And I saw, I didn't see any bands, but I did go see a Motown show.
Nice.
Cool.
Motown.
Yeah, 5 women singers. They were phenomenal. But I mean, to me, it was busy as hell. But like the guy that brought us in from the airport was saying, they're having an issue with lack of tourists and stuff.
Tourism's down, huge. It's down. And they're really hurting. They're really hurting. They're losing millions a day.
Wow.
Down here, it's just really hurting. I hope that, and part of it's because they were trying to make up for the, you know, back when nobody was coming out, COVID. Yeah. They're trying to make up for that, and they started gouging the tourist.
Yeah,
charging resort fees. Resort fees were like $100 and something.
Yeah,
and they would, and it's like everything went four times, you know, 400%. Things, you know, and just to come to Vegas and have a good time. Now it costs 4 times what it used to cost.
Oh yeah,
Lois
I think it was like $28, something like that.
We just stayed at the Wynn. It was
you're at the Wynn?
We stayed at the Wynn, and it was $3,000 a night for the suite at the Wynn.
Wow.
I was at the Bellagio.
And, it's crazy.
It was nuts. Dinners were nuts.
Oh yeah, you can't even have dinner for under $500.
No,
in Las Vegas.
That's what I'm saying. Peter Luger's and Caesars was $950 for 4 people.
And we were doing a commercial, so someone else paid for it. Thank God.
No, I didn't have that.
Lois and I do commercials. That's how we make our living. We do UGC. If you've heard, UGC is online commercials. So Lois and I make our living doing online, and I'm an IT guy. So we make our normal living doing that, because of course I'm not making money doing podcasting. I do it as a favor.
Isn't the Formula One making money for them though?
Yeah, kinda. The locals aren't happy about.
Yeah, I know they're not. They were telling me it's
the locals are not. They're shutting down. They can't get business. The grandstands are right in front of a lot of local businesses. They can't get any business. Yeah. They really did it for, I don't know, the Grand Prix tourism. I don't know. I really don't know how it's going to turn out for them, but I think they got a contract for the next 4 years, right? 10 years?
10. Yeah.
10 years?
They signed for 10. Yeah.
Good Lord, that's a long time. And they just take down Vegas, man. I don't know if you've been down there, but right now there's grandstands going up.
Oh yeah.
And the rooms have, triple. So now to stay at a hotel overlooking the Grand Prix is like $3,000 a night.
Yeah.
Or $1,500 a night at the lowest.
There was a grandstand in front of the fountain at the Bellagio, and we were there about 7 days before the race was going to happen, and the roads weren't even finished being paved yet.
Oh,
and if you remember, one of the drivers on a time trial wrecked his.
That's right.
Yeah, his $4 million.
Yeah.
He caught. I think he ripped out his exhaust and tore the oil pan out on a high. Yeah, on a high sewer head or something.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah. Anyway,
I don't know much about the economics, the Grand Prix coming down here, but I do know that they promised them. I didn't know it was 10 years. I thought it was like 5 years. But it's the locals aren't happy about it in Las Vegas.
Somebody's making money on that, though.
Oh yeah, somebody is. Somebody's making money. Yeah. But you guys are. I know we talked a little bit about playing out live. Do you have an idea, moving forward, when you think you might be putting together some shows?
Well, we're going to start now because, like I said, this thing is going to come out in November. This video is going to drop. We spent the entire summer working on all this to get it ready to just, perpetuate us coming out. Okay. So I am not so sure about us playing this area because the scene around here, it's all cover tribute bands. That's all it is.
Gotcha.
So trying to be an original band around here is it's kind of like a lost cause. I've learned that. So, but my focus isn't locally. My focus is out of this area, and I know that the label wants to do that for us. I know that Holly and I have spoken about it. It's going to happen. It's absolutely going to happen. Yeah.
Well, I want to know, what's going on so I can advertise for you guys. And again, I wouldn't mind bringing you back on when that tour gets started.
Yeah, absolutely.
Promote your tour.
Appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And Bobby, I don't know if I talk too much. You've been in some fairly big bands too, haven't you? I'm trying to remember.
I've been in a couple really tight originals bands. This one being obviously number one. I've been playing covers forever, so nothing really big. So, but done a lot of different. Been in a lot of different bands throughout the years. Probably 24 bands. In and out, different types, different styles. I tried to keep it that way simply just because I didn't want to stagnate on one genre.
Yeah.
So it's helped my playing.
Well, the tribute band scene, of course, in Las Vegas is huge, right? Laughlin, it's all tribute bands.
Yeah, a good friend of mine is working in a Queen band right now, so he's out there.
Oh, there's a couple of big Queen tribute bands out there.
Yeah.
And my friend Rob Cottle's doing Rod Stewart. Rob Cottle,
great.
He's out there and he's playing. You know who he's playing with? The drummer.
Carmen DePiece.
Carmen DePiece.
Oh, Carmen. Oh, yeah.
So Carmen jumps in and he's got the saxophone player from Rod Stewart. He's got Carmen DePiece on drums and Rob Cottle. I did an interview with him. He's a Southern guy. Hey, what's up, man? And I'm like, you got to put on the accent and be Rod Stewart.
That's funny.
How do you go?
I saw that advertisement last week. That's pretty funny.
He's such a nice guy. He goes, I kind of like went long on the interview and he goes, can I go to the bathroom? I go, we'll wrap it up here in a few minutes. I went like 2 hours on him. I just kept talking. He goes, can I go to the bathroom? I go, hold on. And this is when you only got one guy, everyone can slip out.
There's only one word for that. It's called edit.
Edit. Well, we were doing the live show, Rob. We're doing a live show. Just like tonight, we're doing a live show.
I'm just kidding.
I did edit it later, though. I get to edit this shit out. But I know we're heading towards wrapping up a little bit, but it's still a little bit early. I just wanted to get a little personal, with you guys. Rob on bass. And I have a lot of musicians that watch the show. And I'll ask you some technical questions like, Mark Ethier plays Korg equipment, this type of stuff. Rob, what kind of bass guitar do you play?
I play an old Precision. I play an old
An old P bass?
Yeah, an old P bass.
Fretless?
Well, I got one of those too.
Ah, okay.
And you know, it just needs a little bit more purpose outside the studio, you know. But what's more important is having, you know, the P bass.
You know, it's a Fender Precision makes awesome bass. My old bass player had a P bass, but he played a fretless.
I stripped everything down to pencil and paper on purpose, because if you can't get it done with that, there's no point in, you know, there's no point in everything else. It's a support role. Its function and tonality has worked for, you know, and then it only goes from there. That's ground zero as far as I'm concerned.
I talk a little bit about the technicalities, things like that, equipment, this and that, only because I have a lot of players now. Greg, you're endorsed by a few companies. Did you want to give them a shout out and talk a little bit about your equipment and what kind of guitar you play?
Yeah, I have Sinister picks, and I have I believe I still have a cable company. Although I haven't. Yeah, I haven't.
Do they know?
Yeah. They're braided cables. Oh, they're great cables. The name escapes me at the moment, which is really
I was reading your endorsements earlier. I just can't remember.
Yeah. Maybe you could read it to me.
I don't know. You got quite a lengthy bio here. I'm looking at it right now. Oh, there they are. You got Sinister guitar picks and Spectra Flex.
Spectra cables. That's it. Yes.
Spectra Flex cables.
Yeah, Spectra Flex. Yeah, they're good cable. Very good cable. Braided. You know, they're nice designs. Very nice.
I love the braided cables. They don't get tangled.
That's the good thing about them. I use them here.
And that brings me to another question. You're not wireless on stage, or do you run cables? Oh, old school. Or are you wireless?
No, I was wireless I was cable initially when I first started. I went to wireless. I have a wireless system now, but last few times I've used cable. I kind of go back and forth, depending on the venue.
Yeah, depending on the environment.
Yeah.
Okay. The reason I ask, everyone thinks, you know, everybody's wireless now. And there's the old school thought of I don't want anything going out, or I don't want to hear that wavelength sound you hear sometimes.
I love wireless. I absolutely love it. Yeah. Oh yeah. I love it. I had a like $125 Samson wireless that I used from 1991 until it finally crapped out on me. I never had an issue with that thing. All these guys are buying these Telexes and these, and I never had a friggin' issue with this thing. It was great. I didn't hear any tone loss, nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, now granted, I wasn't playing the Garden, but I was playing some decent sized places, but I never had dropouts or anything. So
maybe they should endorse you. You know, like.
Yeah. You know who should endorse me? I'll tell you. This should endorse me right here. Okay. These people should endorse me.
There you go. Endorse
anybody.
Yeah. Them and the Marshall that I've been using since like 1980, you know, but trying to get those, forget it.
Oh my God. Well, you better get on board endorsees out there, because Greg Livesay and the band is taking off right now. So you might get him cheap right now, but he might want more money out of you. He might want more.
I'll take a string endorsement. I'll take a string endorsement.
Ernie Ball.
Same
Ernie
here.
Ball?
Anybody, I'll take a string endorsement. I played Diadario, but I contacted them and I heard.
I run Diadarios, but I know Ernie Ball. Who else is there out there?
GHS.
I love GHS, and I can't get them the way I used to.
They're really good string. But Diadario I've used, since I think 86.
There's such a clean sound. I have a 12-string Ovation, and I run an Ibanez, but I run the Diadarios on the Ovation, and then whatever I can find on the Ibanez. Something nice and thin. I run 8s on the I run lights, super lights.
Yeah, I mean, I bend the crap out of them, and they very rarely break on me. You know, and with the scallop neck that I use, you can really lay into that, you know, those strings, but they don't break. That's what I love about them. I trust them. You know?
Yeah, well, you have to, and you have such a clean sound. And I haven't heard anything really like gritty out of you. Now, your guitar playing is. Just give me a little idea. Where was your background? And how did you become such a phenomenal guitar player?
Thousands of hours of practicing.
That's a big question.
Literally.
Right?
Yeah. You know, I very, very quick, funny story, but you know, I was in my house all the time playing, you know, and I took a lot of private lessons from teachers. I took classical for 4.5 years. That's how I started. I was classically trained on a nylon acoustic. Okay. So when I went to electric, I found a teacher up in Austin that taught me all the shred techniques that were coming out in the 80s. And very hard to find a teacher that even knew how to do that. But this guy absolutely knew what he was doing, and he took me to next, you know, a better level than where I first started with him. I stayed with him for 8 years. But my playing style is just, you know, basically just practice. And what I was going to tell you was it'd be like August and I'd come out of my house and everybody had these nice tans, you know, and my older brother would call me Casper because I looked like a sheet of loose leaf, you know.
I could just imagine. Yeah, where you been, Greg?
Yeah.
In the studio, man.
Practicing. Yeah, well, they'd say, you know, they'd be like, bro, you look like a friggin' vampire, you know. Do you have a pulse? You know, because I was so white. It would be a beautiful day out, and I would be in my apartment just practicing. And when I went out, I would go to all the rock clubs, but I would not go out unless I practiced first. I would always say,
you sound like a perfectionist. You want to have it down, you know, before you go out there, not just half-ass. You don't want to go out half-ass.
Yeah, and I don't consider myself to be any like super accomplished player. I have to work at it, you know. And there are days when I'm sitting there and I'm like, you suck. When I just can't get left and right to go, you know. And
I always tell the young musicians, you never stop learning.
No.
You have to stay open and keep learning, right?
Nope. And
it's one of the most humbling things you do.
Absolutely.
There's a physicality to it, and you know, it's a level. There's a bit of a sport, especially for somebody, you know, a drummer. There you go.
It's a sport.
It's like, here, run, bounce, juggle, you know.
You guys are fun.
Stand on your head, you know.
Do you guys, for the most part, and I'm not talking about the guys in Quiet Riot, you guys get along pretty well when you're all together on the road?
Oh,
yeah. We really do. Yeah, they're all great guys. The thing that I can add about this, because I've had so many people come through the band and a lot of great guys, and I'll preface it by saying everybody that played in this band was a good person. They were all good people. Every one of them, whether I fought with them or not, they were all good people. It's just that things happen, and that's just the nature of the business. Maybe you have a falling out, or like I said before, people have to go a different path, whatever. They're all good people. Okay.
Yeah.
This particular group, though, every guy is responsible. Everybody has a good head on their shoulders. They're all very friendly, no attitudes, nothing, you know. And obviously I've had that. I've had attitudes. I've had alcohol problems. I've had drug problems. I've dealt with all of it. Broken relationships, divorce, you name it, we've had it, you know. But be that as it may, these guys are just solid individuals, you know, and it's a pleasure to.
There's a lot of maturity too. So we're all at a point in our careers and our lives that you know, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right. It's not gonna be a bullshit. We don't want to have the bullshit.
Well, it's a little bit late in the game to waste your time. Right?
Exactly.
It's a little bit, you know, who wants to waste their time? Yeah.
Yep.
If you're gonna do something, make it count, and you guys are doing that. Right. You guys are doing that.
Well, it helps when you got a good work ethic.
Absolutely.
And people maintain their work area.
Yep. And a lot of discipline, you know, no drugs, you know, people get all fucked up and they get on drugs. And then next thing, you know, Axl Rose, you know, they hear a story about Guns N' Roses. What a phenomenal band. But, you know, Axl just had to go down that road. They could have went on to do many, many more albums, you know, and here they are just, you know, out, they're afraid, you know, Slash is out doing his own thing. Axl's, I don't know what he's doing, but I mean, I'm just talking about bands like that, you know, when they fall apart, you know,
and they had everything.
They have everything. It's incredible. And it's a lot of discipline, a lot of responsibility, a lot of, you know, not going off that edge. You know, doing the heroin or whatever the fuck they're doing, you know, drinking. It's very, and I know Mark Kendall very well. I I hung out with Mark Kendall, and he had a little bit of a bout with Great White, and the manager threw his girlfriend out of the apartment. He moved in and straightened Mark out. Now he's sober. He's still sober today. Mark Kendall.
That's amazing.
He's still sober today, and he talks about it all the time. But I was hanging out with them when they were Dante Fox.
Yeah.
Going back a few years, and then Dante Fox, and then I played with him at the Pomona Valley Auditorium. I was in danger, and I opened up for Great White, and that's the night they made it. They got signed that night. I remember.
Yeah. Wow.
Because we just got signed, and I was opening up for them that night. But just experiences, guys. We all have them, and I'm just kind of venting some of my experiences with professional bands that have now made it and have done well. And you guys, this is it. This is it for you guys. And I'm not saying this is the last thing. This is it right now.
Oh yeah.
You're going to go on tour. You're going to put out these videos, these albums. You got the right team. You got the engineering, the production, the video production. You have the team together. And I think it's so important when everybody is on the same page and you got the team together and you have a mission, or you have, where are you going next? Right. You have to be where you're going to be in 4 years or 2 years or 10 years or whatever. And we're not getting any younger in this game, guys. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
And something, Dean, you mentioned something about a team. It's not just the band, it's the production behind it. And I didn't realize that till I started working with some people that had been around that, and realizing that the team extends far past what the band can do, because if you don't have a good recording studio, you're not going to do well. If you don't have a good videographer and you're not putting out good videos, quality videos, you're not going anywhere.
No.
So Greg has found some great people. I think we've got a great family that extends far beyond just us 5 guys.
Indeed.
You guys are on your way, man. But I want to go ahead.
No, I was just going back to the video production and everything. They're just, it's very effective. It's, you going through each one of the processes, they make it really, they make it smooth, and you go through the whole situation from start to finish, and there's no bumps, there's no obstacles and everything. It's, hey, how you doing? And get right to work and everything. It isn't just, some big party, some big hangout or something. You're there to go do something, and they see it through from start to finish, and they make it run really smooth. And it helps when you have cooperative people as a client, as we were, to go in and you got
to be adults at this point in the game. You got to be adults. Mark, you were saying something.
No, I was just going to say everybody's a master of their craft, so you don't have this giant learning curve, for people. They come in, they do their thing, and they're very skilled at it. So it comes together.
Like what Greg said earlier, when he got Ronnie in the band and he just came back with a song in 2 to 3 days.
Literally. Yeah.
Literally. You know what I'm saying? That's just being a professional and experienced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He writes from his soul. No question about it.
Yeah.
And,
that song is unbelievable, man. It's just unbelievable. It's a great story behind that. I'd like to hear more from Ronnie. Maybe we'll get him one-on-one or get him back on the show again.
He'll be here. Yeah, he was, he called me today. He was really upset. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe this. I have to go out and meet my brother at the airport. He's coming in as a surprise. So, I feel bad for him. I know he's bummed and he wanted to be here.
Well, he's listening. Hopefully he's catching a little clip of it. Yeah, but I'm going to repost this back out again. It'll be on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Deezer, it'll reach about 105 countries when we're done. And,
awesome.
And I'm going to pump it out. I'll do about 30 or 40 shorts on you guys. I'll pump them out, and we'll get some views and get people listening to your music. That's the number one thing. Your new music.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you can go back and listen to Greg's old stuff. But right now we got Livesay is brand new, with a brand new singer, a brand new keyboard. Well, the keyboard players. Mark, you've been there for a while, haven't you now?
About a year and a half.
And we got Rob on bass. And Bobby on drums. I'm so glad you're still there, Bobby. Don't leave.
To be here. I'm not going anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. Greg, don't let him go.
Wait till you hear the new stuff that's in the can.
Oh, please send it to me. I'll play it.
We will. Yeah, we will. Absolutely.
Please send it to me. So I'm just going to end the night with a song of yours. Actually, I had a little surprise. I put the new song on the outro. So I didn't want to give away the surprise. But guys, I really want to thank you for doing the show tonight and taking your time out of your day. I know you're busy. And thank you for doing the Dean Von Music podcast show.
Thank you, Dean.
Thank you, Dean.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thanks for letting us be 100.
Yeah,
Thanks for making it
congratulations
run as
on your
smooth
100,
as
man. Want to be here for your 200.
everybody else.
I'm so glad to meet you guys. I love the new
Thank you.
band. I love the new band, Greg. You're doing great. And
Thank you.
I want to see you make it big time. And
Well, with God's help and a little luck, we're working. We're
Got
doing our
feet
part.
on the ground.
Yeah,
It's
we're
good.
doing our part. So.
Hit
Guys-
the ground running.
it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So I'm going to do a little outro video. I want to thank you guys again, and just you can hang out and listen to it on the way out. All right, guys?
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Dean.
Hey, Dean,
You're
thank you so
welcome.
much.
Thank you, everyone, for watching.